Hey, welcome to another episode of Gone Fishing. I'm your host tonight, Ray, along with Mike. And Mike this week got out a couple of times fishing. Nice. Uh, the one day was so damn windy, brutal out there. I think I was rowing and the wind was blowing me backwards as fast as I was rowing forward. I was going backwards that fast. So
Some bitch.
I decided to go somewhere a little different. Did pretty good. It was nice to get out and see something different. Nice to be able to pedal and not have to paddle.
Well, that's
I'm gonna end up messing that up. I'm gonna end up paddling. But anyway, one of my buddies is out fishing tonight, and he's already been texting me too. He's like, wanted to go out fishing earlier. I'm like, I can't go out fishing. Can't do that.
Who's out?
Craig's out.
That's
Yeah.
why Greg didn't want to do the show. It cut into his fishing time.
Well, it's okay.
Are you kidding?
He needs it. Well, he needs all the practice he can really get anyway. So,
That's
he's not professional like us. He's trying to get professional like us. That's what.
okay.
So it's anyway yeah. So
That's a sound.
going out, it's weird. Like everything have to go just under the surface, and it seemed like it was working earlier in the week. By the end of the week, I'm in all top water. I'm in your game, man. I'm in your game. It's everything's
I love tough. You know I love top work.
what's weird about the whole thing is fish were hitting the lure, but actually weren't hitting it. If that makes any sense. Like they would throw and throwing in a foot of water or whatever, and you would see the little bounce and jump. Nothing. One time it actually went underwater, but I was trying to get a little twisty knot out of that damn spool, and by the time I realized it was underwater, just tried to set the hook, made a bigger knot in my line. Just a pain in the ass, but other than that, it was good. It's been good. I'm gonna try to get out tomorrow, watching the weather, looking at the winds, and I'm like,
It's gonna be
man,
a little windy,
well,
but it's gonna rain
afternoon.
all weekend.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain for the next 4 days. Well, there's a chance of rain for the next 4 days, which might be good because by the end of next week, again, it's going to be back up into the 80s. So after we get through a little rain, we'll get back up into the 80s, go from there. But
Can I say something on?
sure,
So just through observation and listening to other people's posts, I feel like we're in that point. Like I've been watching the steakhouse. They were fat. The one I caught last week, loaded with eggs. So they probably have their spot where they're hatching them eggs.
yeah,
And I feel like they're not necessarily trying to crush the lure. They just want to get it out of the way.
yeah,
So when you cast out there, bass as well, a lot of times they just bump it to spook it to get it out of the way. And I feel like some of the people that we talk to have gotten multiple hits where they even feel the hook and they still come back. If they're guarding their eggs, bass or snakeheads, they're going to be more aggressive, but they won't actually take the hook. They just want it out of that area. So that's might be what you were dealing with out there. That they just didn't want to. They weren't looking at it. They just wanted it out of their way, so they just would splash, which looked like a hit.
I, I need to. What I need to do is I need to start looking at my coat, um, just to see what's going on because I'm starting to like it wasn't frustrating. It was just more or less I was out fishing like, but like I throw back on it after it hits.
Mm-hmm.
Throw back, got another hit. Back to back casts, 3 times. I think I hit the third time trying to get the little knot out. Noticed that we got the lure went down underwater. I set the hook, missed it. Got 4 more casts to throw in there. Next time I throw in there, bam. As soon as it hits the water, big splash, big everything. Set the hook, about a 3 pound largemouth. So
Mm.
it was a largemouth. So it was definitely like I was just okay. So something's going on here. a little different, but
You weren't hooking up.
nah, I wasn't hooking up, and it was getting a little frustrating. But I kind of think that I don't think it was anything I was doing wrong because it was hitting, setting. I mean, I was setting. It was just at one time the lure came 90 miles per hour. Hey, so I'm sitting there trying
That's a good set, though.
Yeah, that is because I mean, like, all right, let's say I think come flying right back at me, and then the line got all twisted around everything on my kayak. But I was just like, it wasn't like I wasn't setting the hook, and like how sometimes you have that delayed action. You go and do your 1, 2. Well, I was sitting going like one, and I said it, and he at me, but I don't know. It gets a little frustrating sometimes, but anyway, it's uh, it's that time of year now. It's finally warm. I'm glad everything's warming up now. Anywhere now.
I felt like it was when I was coming over here. I
Felt like
said to I said to Michael, I feel like it's summer.
yeah, it does feel like it's summertime. It's really warm. It's gonna be cold this weekend though, so we're gonna drop again. I'm gonna drop back down into 60s, more of a normal kind of area we should be in. Like you said, rain all weekend. That's kind of puts a damper on doing anything over the weekend or anything like that. That I'm still gonna try to get out tomorrow. Have an easy day, so if I get out.
I'm going to Philly Fan Expo. Not fishing related. This is just fun time with the boys.
One time at the time, taking the wife.
Taking the wife. He's going. He's coming down with us, and we're gonna go. So those of you who don't know, it's just a good time. Fan Expo means anything you're a fan of.
Yeah.
But when I went out earlier this week, and this was me trying to cure the chicken pot or fishing
Fishing
pot.
fishing pops. It's
So I was trying to cure that.
were you here for that, Michael? You weren't here last week.
No.
Fishing pops were you? I mean, oh, you heard about the fishing pops? Okay.
The pandemic that's going on. It happens first, and
Serious.
it's serious. And I went out and it was I didn't catch anything notable. Pray, and I used to take pictures of everything, and that got a little old. So I take pictures of cool fish right now. But it got windy. I was blowing around the pond just like Ray said, and that gets to be no fun. I get frustrated just like you
Yeah.
when you're.
Oh, yeah. It was brutal, but it's kind of funny. I had to put down in the mud, and it was huge, but everything was so rough that you just weren't like. Sorry, snakeheads turn out as good as I would have liked it to. Anyway, it's one of them things. Take what you can, go out and do what you gotta do. Largemouth, building numbers with largemouths this year. It seems like that's what I'm been getting a lot of stuff. So that's been
So
the big thing.
actually, Michael, when you get a chance, try to bring up on the brag board because one of our members, Frank Torres,
He put a bunch of fish up this week.
it looked like he was going for steelies, but we'll get him up here and fill those because he had some impressive fish. But no pressure. Whenever you have him up, just
You can't leave them up long because we lose sound.
yeah, put
When the
back and
pictures
forth.
go up, yeah.
But I do feel like
Yeah, we lost sound last week. Every time
so. On the brag board now, it's fishing season.
we're starting to get some people to follow. People are following. We've been talking about this shit. We're finally starting to get people to put stuff on there, which is awesome.
And which is also something that Ray and I have talked about. I have some stickers. We get some more stickers. The Gone Fishing logo on them.
Don Coverly gave us some
We
giveaways.
got some giveaways. What we would like to do is start, you know, each week based on our audience, you guys. Let's do something where you guys show us your fish, and you guys vote
Yeah, they vote on it.
It's not us.
But it's not us. We don't vote. We're not going to vote. We're just going to see whoever has the most likes on their pictures.
We'll send you it. We'll
We'll
send you some merch.
we'll send you a little bit of merchandise, or we'll just sit there and we'll bring it down to the end of the month,
And then we'll do
and then
some
we'll do
bigger.
the top four. We'll put them all up and let everybody vote on the top, like every week. Okay, this week this person wins. Uh,
Yep.
we have like this. We'll have like this person did this so much, and then this person did this, and and then each week we'll have four people at the end of the month, and we'll let them go on there and register, and whoever likes the most, they get some John Coverly stuff,
So
like that.
let us work on it because I got a first prize. I got a nice fishing net that
Mike's going to take you out and guide you and pull you on his kayak.
no, I got a nice fishing vest that I was supposed to return because I bought two. And it happened. Dana, I hope you're not on, but if you are, I'm sorry. But it is would be a really good first prize is the nice
Trout.
yeah,
Yeah.
trout vest.
Or you put your lures in your bank fishing. Always good to have a fish.
So let's work on that, right? And we'll
Yeah,
do like
people to put some fish on the board though. We need to get some people and then get everybody to start liking it. Hopefully,
we really want to get the brag board going this summer.
we're not even really the brag. Even if they post pictures on fishing,
I don't care. I don't
just post it on there. Like, hey,
We'll take care of the rest.
yeah, we'll get everybody to do what we do.
Okay. So let's show some of Frank's stuff. So from where I grew up, Frank Torres, and he is a very uh, he's an extraordinary fisherman. And can you still hear us now?
Yep. Okay, good.
Nice. So here's one of Frank's. You got any more of his up there?
Yeah. That's a nice fish there.
That is a nice fish. It looks like Santa Claus went fishing.
Yeah. Oh, Santa Claus, man, he lost some weight too, man.
I know.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one. That's probably the same fish. She's probably just in different poses, man.
No, and Frank ain't the same fish.
We're going. Frank ain't on here, so he can't defend himself. So we're going to sit there and say it's the same
I wouldn't be
fish.
surprised if he's on here somewhere.
Yeah, that one's definitely a different one.
Yeah, it looks like some of them were bank and some of them.
Or a boat and stuff like that. So yeah, that's awesome.
So Frank kayak fish, he bank fishes. He. So this is someone that would be an asset to us.
Where is it? So I have a question. So where is he fishing? Is he fishing northern New Jersey?
New York.
Oh, so he's in New York. Okay, good. I was gonna say, man, water's not like freaking clear, man, for being like city water or some shit like that. It's
So
beautiful.
he grew up with me in Ringwood, New Jersey, which is a quarter in New York State. Where I learned to fish. And just a little background.
But is he fishing, or is he fishing like in this city limits, or is he going out to
No,
like more country area of New York?
he is a more
Uh,
country era. And Frank, forgive me if I'm wrong on this, but he's more up if you look up Bear Mountain, but I believe this was a fishing trip, and you look on the brag board, tells you where this is from. Michael, can you look through the brag board and see? He actually mentioned where he went to. When you get there, we'll deal with it. I'm looking at them.
hey, what's up, Hendo? Hey, congratulations, Goose, man. It's awesome, man. Really glad to hear that. Exciting.
And we got
I
my
can't
old,
wait.
my I know I got my old eye. We got Mark Carlson. Mark's an old friend from Cupsole Lake. He knows my roots and fishing. And we got Kevin Shaver who
Hey,
came
what's
on.
up, Kevin?
I don't know,
Hey,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Okay. So as we appreciate you send your pictures for us. Also, I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to keep saying it throughout the whole thing. Uh, when are you? As much as I'm going to say about that. So Frank and I in Upsaw Lake area in northern New Jersey. I grew up in a family that no one fished, and I relied on a bunch of people. My mom was great; she supported us, and she knew nothing about it, but she still brought me out. And some of my friends' fathers also helped me out. Frank's dad was great. Remember that? Okay. So he was on a fishing trip in New Cova. I'm guessing is New York. But Frank got or sent us a bunch of pictures. Send yours. Tell us where you got
Yeah, yeah,
them.
right.
Hey Ray, I'm gonna switch gears just for a
Go
second.
ahead, go ahead. Whatever you got, man.
No, this is where you got to tell us.
Okay.
So, what's the deal with snakeheads in Maryland?
Hey, did you read that article? So they're having problems with so okay. So it's kind of funny now because through the article I read today, the snakeheads are actually it was sent to me by Greg today. So the snakeheads, because they're such a problem, which now they're claiming that they aren't so bad of a problem,
Of course,
and they are talking about like let's get them and start eating them more. Problem is the only way commercial fishing can't net them and get them out of nets and stuff like that to do different things. So they're either getting nighttime guys are fishing and shooting them with bows and arrows. Anglers are catching them during the day, but they are changing the name of them, trying to get rid of the northern snakehead and make it a God. I forget what the hell it's called now.
I got you.
Chesapeake Chana.
Yep, Chesapeake Channel, based off of their native species.
The saying is they're saying that they're all fishing a largemouth, smallmouth. They say that the blue catfish is more of a problem than the snakehead, which is kind of weird. Very good article. If I get time today, I'll actually put it on the Gone Fisher thing. It's a quick read, two
It's
three
a
minutes.
good.
It's a good read. But why they're trying to change the name is because when people go into restaurants,
They want
they
to
don't want to say snakehead. They get they were throwing stuff out there like have different names. You're reading at the article, so
let me jump in for
yeah,
one second.
same with some of the different fish are
The slime head became the orange ruffy. The dolphin fish became the mahi mahi. The Patagonia fish came as doing fast. Suddenly, miners couldn't get enough.
right.
So when you're thinking you're going to eat a snakehead, you really want to eat a snakehead, or do you want to eat a Chesapeake chana? So they're renaming this so that people will think it's more of a delicacy,
Right.
which is a brilliant move, honestly.
It's it's funny because there's many places that I've been. So you go out Western Maryland or Eastern Maryland, like you get out like near West Ocean City, Maryland, or Blackwater or East Maryland or anything like that. Every restaurant you go into, if they sell steamed crabs or something like that, they have snakehead on there.
You could go right down to
Chesapeake City down here.
the crab shack.
Yep.
$15 a pound.
11.99 a pound the other day when I was.
Oh, okay.
I actually took a picture because I saw it. I was like, well, I was actually taking a picture of bushel of number one crabs is 380. Yeah,
It's early in the season.
it is early in the season, but it was just like pictures. I was just like, wow, man, it's crazy. Like number two, $280. But I looked up and I was had pictures, so I was reading all the different things were. $7.99 a
That's that. That is crazy, but these guys gotta make their money, and this is not the best season. You're getting a lot of females. Anyway,
Yeah,
aside from that, like,
but these guys are actually so. There's actually guys out there that are bringing them into that as well. Now, last year was the first time I ever seen snakehead on at the crab shack when their menu. I walked in, I got half bushel of crabs, I got some king crab legs, Baskin king crab legs, snow crabs, sorry, snow crabs, and I was in there and I'm just waiting to go in. You order what you order, and you show up there and they steam your crabs. So you got to wait 10 minutes. Really good about Chesapeake Crab Shack. Go in there, they got a little cooler.
I know
Oh,
what's up with that.
I
Like,
love it. Oh, yeah, I go in there. I drink one, and I always tell it before the road, huh? You know, like
road soda
it's only Bush. It's only Bush Light. You know, it's light. I'm drinking light. I'm drinking
officers,
heavy.
we're sorry.
But
So,
uh,
does it,
yeah, well, I don't know if they would eat Clark. Like I know, like Amish eat Clark. Like we when we were kids,
It's not bad.
we used to go and we used to film on the bank because there used to be the whole thing: kill a carp, save a walleye. I had a T-shirt that used to say that, so it was always like. So one day we had a bunch of them sitting on the rocks. We had probably like 5, 6 of them, and these two Amish kids came over and they're like, "Are you getting rid of them?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, you want them?" They're like, "Yeah, we're going to get a bucket." They got a bucket and took our carp. There was probably 40 pounds of carp right there. And this little kid, this little tyke just came up, he grabbed them, put them in there. Thank you. I said, "What are you going to do with this?" "I'm going to eat them."
It's like any other fish. If you know how to
They got,
prepare it,
yeah, yeah, you got to know how to
it's
prepare
like a
them.
bluefish. Bluefish tastes super fishy, but apparently there's a line in them. You think out their center line.
Yeah. When you have fishing pots, I don't know what it tastes like. I have to try that sometime. Maybe you got to, but like, no, but like the northern, I think that was a really good article. I mean, it's kind of, I think, again, we talk about this. It's a whole different argument between the snakeheads. I mean, there's people out there that are like, kill everyone you see, you know, whatever. Yeah, I get that, but at least save them for, if you
Just
notice,
to destroy them.
yeah, just to come and do
I
it.
didn't ask to be there. Like,
Turn towards the camera so we can see beautiful.
oh, my bad. I'm trying to look at Rick.
But no, but the northern snakehead is I think if they were so bad, I shouldn't be able to go out to a pond that's absolutely loaded with them.
Which
I catch a bunch of bass that are 8 to 9 inches. They're eating every damn thing. They're eating them 8 to 9 inches. 9 inches. They're not doing it.
I actually thought about this, and I would love to get someone from the state on the show. Not have. This is the thing. I didn't want to feel like we're attacking it, but just to get the reasoning and evidence behind it. But like where this is coming from. Like I know that like there's other as a science teacher and a biologist. I know the havoc spotted lanternflies are causing
Oh,
on things, but as a fisherman and a biologist, I have not seen any proof that
yeah.
there have that much impact.
Like I used to catch one called Google Eyes. Little red eye bass.
Yeah,
Well, I haven't seen one of them probably 15 years. And I used to go on the Susquehanna and fish. See nothing to get catch 10, 20 of them in a day. I mean, they're not big, they're small, but you don't see them. But then the problem is now you get up on the Susquehanna and you're above like, and even down below Conwingo, I'm sure they are flathead. Flathead, flathead catfish is eating everything. Again, I used to go to the river. I could catch sunfish out of the river.
and they're
I mean,
destroying it.
maybe I'm not fishing the right area for them now, but back in the day, the same areas I fished, I would go. I would catch sunfish. I would catch red eye, these Google eyes, or red eye bass, whatever the hell people want to call them. But I would see them a lot. I haven't seen them in years, and I really believe me and you fishing one of my spots on to Susquehanna, where I caught the big flathead this year. That used to be the problem. There would be nothing to go in there, throw a little spinner out there, and catch these little rock bass all day long, and sunnies and regular smallmouths and stuff like that. They're not there no more.
The flathead were hitting on crankbaits. So what's that
Right?
tell
Yeah,
you?
yeah. That's true. They're hit by crankbait, but then it's when you use minnows, like especially if you use something pretty nice and you throw it out there and you just let it go. Let that thing go. Throwing them big catfish hook on there. That's what's eating. Or the snake. Now they're actually saying. I was actually reading a report on Facebook the other day of Fishin' the Susquehanna, where they said they have this guy caught a snakehead. He said he wasn't going to say where he caught it, but all he said is he was above Safe Harbor Dam. So you have the Conwingo Dam, you have Holtwood Dam, then you have Safe Harbor Dam. If they're above Safe Harbor Dam already, they're freaking everything.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
No, I mean like some of the fish ladders, like in the day, Conwingo had released. They said 5 of them that got over the fish ladder. That's bullshit. Because you're not finding them up there. They're catching them. Last year, I saw multiple pictures where guys were catching snakeheads at home with it. Never would you think. But up there is a bunch of. You fished Saltwood Dam with me. There's a bunch of small little pools that are stagnant water. What likes that stagnant water? Them snakeheads. Are they in there? Possibly. I don't sit down fish for the main part of the dam trying to.
Well, who else could survive in them? Like
Right.
something that doesn't need to breathe oxygen in that water.
Right. They could sit out there. And that pond might sit there, and that little pool might be there for the whole summer. It might only be a foot. For God's sake, the snake ain't can live on land for 3 days.
Right?
Walk across land.
So
It's crazy. No, it really is. I mean, come on. They said that the snakehead, first time they were caught was in 2002. For 22 years later, the bass population has not changed. The sunfish, the Google eyes, them kind of fish has changed. Is it because of the snake? The flathead catfish? That article that I will post says that the blue catfish is more of a problem than that. Now,
but it's not only the flathead, it's fish in general.
yeah,
There's a lot of
yeah, let's go. The smallmouth were invasive back in the day, and look at they're a big game fish. Snakehead is going to become the next big game fish.
I agree.
That we're going to go fishing for. I mean, people can disagree with you on that. Or you get the people who like the bass masters, pros. They catch them. They want to. Oh, they're killing the bass. No, they're not. They're still catching 5, 6 pound largemouths, or you're catching little dinks all day long. Them things should be gone.
Hmm.
I think they would be gone. But again, I do still. It all comes back to believe that the catfish is more of a problem than snakehead and all that. I mean, like
So I'm
for
gonna.
me, catching a snakehead, fun as shit.
God, man.
I mean, it's
Well,
a fight they give you.
you know my story.
It's fun catching.
You and I went out. We, at this point, Ray and I have known each other for a year. Our first expedition was me bringing him out on a place for snakeheads. I can catch shit, and he caught one, and he's caught one before. Don't get me wrong, but got hooked.
It was the second one I ever caught in my life.
Then what happened last summer?
Oh,
Your opinion changed, didn't it?
but then I started going out and buying all this snake outlaw stuff. Spent $3,000 snake head stuff. So I can also realize that.
What's Dave? What's up?
Oh,
Paul?
yeah. Oh, it's our bartender guy, our bar top man.
Paul!
You can't even drink no bourbon with us.
Paul! Thank you, sir.
But no, I think it's a. I definitely think it's like again.
I don't want to dwell on this because this is not just about snakehead. That just happens to be my thing.
So hold on. So now I'm going to put my complaint in. But talk to Rodney Copes at Tight Lines 302 the other night, and I put my little bit of complaint with him, and he didn't really agree with me, but he really didn't disagree with me. So the snakehead makes snakehead destroyer. I absolutely love the. I keep my in a box, perfectly lined up. They're not getting broke up. Keeping them indoors. Um, hmm. Well, no, I just no because if you keep them,
No.
you bend them, they start to break. They break. Rubber worm is not. It's not a
Look
sturdy.
at his tackle box.
It's not a sturdy. There's nothing in my tongue. It's empty. Oh, it's a fishing room, man. It's fishing.
Anyway, him go.
It is at the point now where
Organized chaos.
yeah, it is exactly what it is. But
Don't
like
mind.
with the destroyer though, I just believe that it needs a stronger rubber worm.
So it needs a salt water.
Yeah, it
Base.
needs something different. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing because everything else I have from Snakehead Outlaws has been fantastic. Um, just not a fan. I think it's a last fall it was really good, but 5, 6, 7 snakeheads on it, so it worked. I actually caught 2 largemouths on it. Works, but the worms are shit. And for the money you pay for them, like I have one in there. I didn't even. It's not even hooked up. The tip of it ripped off. It's never even been hooked up. It just fell off. I paid
So
it. That's
what
it.
you're saying is you're looking for more of a salt water rig, which is going to be more rigid. So
Something that's more strong.
it's going to have less action, but this thing has so much action. So I kind of get that. Um, that would be a good suggestion for these guys. I use them. I'm such a top water guy that I don't do. This is like the earliest I've ever fished, honestly, right? I really don't fish this early. I love the evening water is last or the during the day casting, and I don't have the experience there. But I think you have a legitimate point. Like this, this,
I'm not trying to bash. I'm not really trying to bash these guys. Not at all. You know, if you want feedback, now I see that these guys use them all the time, and they're having a lot of luck on them and everything. But again, it's
Leroy. Right?
Leroy. Oh man, what's up, Roy? I miss you, bud. Um, but no, it's I'm just not a fan of them. I mean, again, like here I am trying different things. Go out. Sometimes I go out and I'll go out and I'll be out there and fishing, and I'll just try different lures. You
Yep.
know what I mean? I'll just try different stuff. I'll try to get, you know, whether I'm catching fish or not, I'm going to just try different things. I want to see what's working because my tackle box is full, like your son just said. You know, it's all organized from size down, musky stuff down, striper stuff, everything down comes down.
Kind of like mine, except the opposite. Anyway,
But it's one of them things now that I need to get this thing. You know, I want to get stuff. I want to have stuff in my box that all works. To only find out if it works, you have to try.
I know.
Like I told you, I was going to try the spook, the John spook or the hidden spook. Talking about
Absolutely.
the
That's
little
love them.
yeah. Like
You know I love it.
I have my dad's one.
But it was my first hit on.
Yeah, I take it. It's in my box every damn day. I don't throw it out. The other night I said, "Hey, I'm fishing in this one pond. I'm going to break this thing out and just screw around with it for a little bit." 2 largemouths on it. Like, I was like, "All right, cool." I immediately took it off. I didn't keep fishing with it because I was getting ready to get around a bunch of lily pads, and I wanted to get something to throw all the way into the lily pads. So you throw that thing in it, and
You're
snagged. I'm going in there. I'm not going in there because little slithery snakes that are on top of there be coming to get me. So I'm not going. I'm not throwing it. I got one out in my pool shed right now. Every time we open our pool shed, it sits right by the door. Big old black snake.
so
So
Raz and went to a pool set.
I don't know.
Or
I went in there the other day to grab the leaf blower out. I'm in there and I'm like,
You want me to protect you?
No, it's not in there. I didn't see it. Barb opens it up and it's right there looking at it. I mean, for me, it don't listen.
Listen, we go out.
It's good out there. It's the mice. And eventually, it'll get out of there by the end
And
of the
it's
summer.
just the rays.
Tomorrow the pool opens. And once the pool opens up tomorrow, the shed will be really empty because all the lawn furniture, all the
Actually, which is really cool because I mentioned to Red we ordered some lure chests,
we
right?
are going to. Oh no, we're going to test it. We're going to test it. We're going to test some different things. That's going to be really good. We're going to take the show into places. We're going to go outside during the summertime. We're going to do some things.
Well, one of the big things that I've been holding the reins on, we need to do our kayak special because
Yeah,
that's our thing,
yeah. We're all
and we have very different and very good kayak setups, two of us, and multiple kayak setups. So that's something we'll do in the future. And actually, I'd love to get some of our friends on this. They have very different
Oh,
setups.
everybody's got different. I mean, everything's. I mean, even down to Greg, who we go fishing with.
He likes the Hobie.
Yeah, well, he's got one just like me. He's got an old town just like I do. Same exact one, same everything. Just doesn't take it out because it's too heavy. But that Hobie, your ass ain't standing up on that Hobie.
No,
And you see how when I fish, I bet you 90% of the time when I'm on my kayak, once I'm set and I'm fishing, I'm standing. I stand a lot on my kayak.
yes.
And I feel very safe with standing. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's been a couple of times and like, whoa, you know what I mean? There's the days when you're on your third, fourth beer, fifth beer, and you stand up and you,
Well,
whoa, I better sit back down. You know, it's that's why I like the pedal so much. Because at least when you're pedaling, you're sitting down. Like now, if I'm lake fishing and I just want to move up about 5 feet, I'll just reach down and do my pedals to pull me along, you know, fishing. But
mine's a friggin' pier,
yeah,
but
you're just gonna walk all over the door.
and I have been very experimented with it, but there's ponds we've been in lately. I wasn't used. So I started kayak fishing last year, and I did not feel comfortable standing on anything. I'm more comfortable than I have stood on by now, but some of the ponds are not the ponds I want to play around with. Um, yeah, basically, because they're a little more technical. But I know I could easily do it. It's just I need an easier place where I could get in and out of the kayak if I fall. I need a confidence boost.
Yeah.
If that makes sense to you?
Well, if you think there's times where are less than 5 foot, so if your ass falls in, you just stand up. You know?
Yeah, I just don't want to. I don't want to do it.
Chris isn't on tonight, but if Chris was on tonight, he would tell you, Chris up around me. But that one time with the dude, man, when I thought,
Oh, heard that.
yeah, it was great, man. I just, I'm in a big old flat Coleman, little tiny little crawdad. What's he do? Well, not him, the guy in the boat with him. At the time, Chris couldn't swim. No life preserver on. But this going to splashing. He just leans over in that canoe, and that canoe rolls. So that was funny.
So actually, I have to go and take a leak, but I gotta say this: was watching people in these. So I'm a member of the Old Town Autopilot. These guys, when they're fishing a tournament all day, and I find this funny, they have a funnel system that they hook a funnel with a tube. Any of you '90s people, think of funneling a beer. It's kind of like that, but instead they take the funnel and they run the tube through the the water vents under them. And
Yeah, well, because when you're in a tournament, you can't get out of your kayak. You
nope.
can't go to land.
And I'm like,
You can't go to
this is
land.
kind of genius. Except I don't want to deal with
That's just extra shit on the kayak that you don't.
Well, I don't need it now, but I'm like, if somebody, it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, stand up and go. I could care less.
So I'm gonna go go funnel.
Well, he's gonna go. He's gonna go. He's gonna go and release his fishing pots. So he got the
I'm
fishing
gonna
down here. That's fine.
but I want to leave Ray with this question. You had said that where you were fishing, used to reveal it, not the other night. You had a swirl. Really know what I'm gonna leave you with.
Yeah. So this world, I can't tell you what it was. It was getting dark. I was fishing near lily pads. I was fishing top water. Um, and while I was sitting there fishing, I just had this big swirl. Like, I don't know what it was. I can tell you right now, it could have been a pickerel. It could have been a snakehead. Definitely wasn't a bass. Whatever it was definitely 24 inches and bigger. I don't think it was a snakehead though when I looked at it. So the only thing I could feel it was probably big old pickerel. Um, but it was a swirl. Like I was sitting there, I had this fish at top water, and then all of a sudden it was just a big swirl. But it was so dark that it was well, it was quite dark. I had sunglasses on, which probably didn't help. If I had them up, I probably been able to see a little better. Water wasn't clear. It could have been a monster catfish, but it was this was something that came up because it hit my lure and spun my lure around. Hit the, it was weird. Hit the back end of it. I didn't see. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. It was the top part of it. When it went by, it was literally 5 foot away from me. But it was so dark. It was starting to get so dark. With the sunglasses on, that again, it wasn't helping. But the swirl, it was just a big swirl in the water right around my lure, and it went. Now, turtles in there. Wasn't a turtle. I saw probably 50 freaking snapping turtles while I was out there. Was definitely wasn't a wasn't a beaver, wasn't a river otter. It wasn't nothing like that. It wasn't like a mammal. It was definitely some type of fish. I just didn't get a good. I might have saw a lot. I might have saw Chessie. It was closer to Chesapeake Bay, so it was probably Chessie. Probably definitely Chessie. But fishing pox thing, man. Jesse gave me the fishing pots because I wanted to go out the next night and go right back to that spot. But you have to stay home and be with the wife too, so you have to spend time. So you have to coordinate it one way or another. So that's what I did. But the swirl was pretty. It was a big fish, very very big fish. Again, more than likely probably a pickerel because there's pickerel in there. But it was a quick right. But it was literally I was literally like, if I was sitting here and this is ended, I was fishing right along the lily pads, and it came out from in there. So, and it was close to the boat. I was almost in. I would have, if I'd have had like 5 more feet of line to go, it might have came back up. But anyway, it was all good. It was one of them things. It's all Chessie.
That place?
Chessie. It was definitely Chessie. Definitely Chessie.
Where the hell? My beer.
Oh, it's in the refrigerator up in the sunroom.
Oh, yeah.
Top shelf, you'll see them natural, all the natural lights.
It went.
Yeah, let's go. That's more than good. Thank you. But yeah, what other than that, yeah, that swirl was incredible. It was a definitely.
I don't know what.
I would think I want to sit there and say that I'm almost. If I had to really distinguish what it was,
I would say a cat.
a catfish. Definitely, it was would have been a. It can get big too.
I know.
And but it was weird. It was, and I was like, I was just telling your son, sitting there, I'm looking at it, and it was whatever it was. It was something.
Yeah,
Well,
we were.
yeah.
We were Clark and Diana Gorman.
Yeah, that's my mother-in-law. Hi, Diana. How you doing?
Sorry, guys. I just jumped into this, but he told me that. I just thought, uh, first, can't be a muskie. The water's too warm. But it's this.
Well, it
But,
definitely was
but,
not
it,
right.
but it could be a big flathead or something like that. Or a
And,
balloon. That'll survive. No problem.
I don't know if they would be in there. I mean, again, first of all, it came up into a top water lure.
I've been surprised as hell with
I know.
flathead
Crankbait? Yeah, I don't know if that was really a flathead in the end.
I'm saying it's already, but I'm not. What I'm saying is I'm not ruling it out based on been surprised.
It's like sometimes could be catfishing, or is.
We gotta try noodling. Hey, by the way, anyone that noodles, you guys are different breed. But anyway,
Just noodle.
when they go
Oh,
down,
Joe, down there, go put your hand in there. They place your hand and pull it out of the bowl.
oh, it's that shit.
My luck, I put my hand down there and a big ass snake in there. Yeah,
You words goes.
yeah, I ain't getting none of that swampy ass water. That's just
Change the subject just for 1 second. Any of you guys noodle out there?
it's been videos.
You guys are different breed.
Oh, man. Ah, dude, it's crazy. I mean, it's kind of cool.
I'm gonna tell you that I don't want to sound very submissive. I don't put my fingers in anywhere I don't know. Yeah.
I'm kind of worried about that. This one is, man, I don't know. It's
Because
crazy.
you never know what's been in there.
Yeah, I agree. You don't know.
What you're saying.
You wear like gloves?
No.
No, they go down with hands. They go down there.
So they reached into
They got bigger balls than I do. Go down in that water and put their hands down in there and try to got catfish with their hands.
a muddy water. You can't see anything.
They do a lot of it. They go around and say, yeah, that's what exactly. There's somewhere in Mississippi. Like, no, it's cold.
So basically, you're in the dark and you're trying to find the hole. And when you find the hole, reach in there for the
Oh, God.
so something grabs a hold of you.
What happens
What?
when it grabs a hold of you, man? What do you do then?
Guess you
Just hang on.
got
You hang on, you fight your thing, and you can get it. No, it ain't happening.
that's
It's not freaking happening. That is not what I wanted. It's not, no,
if I had a GoPro, I'd say highlight.
Oh, God.
GoPro highlight.
Oh, man. That was that's.
My bad, guys.
In the dark and digging in holes, man. That's always scary, man.
But
Yeah.
open for the best.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've seen some of them videos, and some of them videos, it's daytime with them guys. I'd rather find a hole over just go air down there. That water is muddy.
But they
It's gross.
use drinks in them too.
These expensive boys, man. Kind that shit. Hands in
And
there.
when
Yeah, but you jump in there. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
It's not happening. In my water. Yeah, they're so they're just crazier. Exactly. I'm not that crazy to do that. It's not. Not happening. Not at all.
anyway, also break in here. Just tell us your. We want to share them. Everyone on this. What's that? What's time? All the time, Mike. Remind me. Which one?
The viewers, the people viewing, how they look stupid sometimes out there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't do anything. Yeah, when I go out, I try to be as good as I can.
I do too, but it doesn't always work out.
But you know, I've seen some stupid things.
I've
Like
done some stuff.
I've been to a lake and watched people with a line around a tin can,
Oh yeah.
and they go right there, throw it out there. Watched one guy one time catch something, his can just kept rushing. Got it in, but man, like, what am I trying to get another can out there drinking beer, and this guy just whipping it and throwing it out in the water. I don't know what they were using. I don't know what he ended up catching. But yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff.
I sat in my Coleman crawdad, not last summer, the summer before. I'm fishing, and I have 3 poles by myself. And I got the pole I'm using, and I got the two sitting behind me. And I go back and I cast. I watch one of my poles fly professional.
So
And I'm like, really? That just happened. But I will say, I went perpendicular to that and cast it, and I got my. And the only reason I got it is because I had a little slack on the line, up water. I was sitting on shallow water. And I know for a fact because my buddy Rich did the same thing. Never seen that pole since the day that happened. So that's one of those things. You look at any of my pictures, my rods have floats on them
yeah, I
because my rods are too expensive for me to risk a mistake by myself. I wasn't drinking. It wasn't like that. It was me going. And to see this thing fly over my head, it was like in slow motion, like, oh, that's my rod. And splash. Oh my. Mm, that's the type of, is that the type of shit you're talking
I used to fish a place called Beach on the Susquehanna. Is 4/9/11. 9/11, you were never allowed to get back to Florida. Like they used to have like one of them square fences. You could put your rod in there, rod in, the rod in there, and it would be like like a panelist. And it set the hook, fighting, fucking going. Held my rod for about 2 minutes. Absolutely nothing. Fighting, on my line. Still feel the minnow down there swimming there. So I put it back into the lot of the fence and everything. Do not ask me how it got out of this fence, but the next thing you know, I literally watched my line, my fishing pole just go going, going. It literally just shot up in the air and was going. Nobody was around it. It just was going. One buddy tried to run across the way to grab it. His before it went down and then fell in the water. It was going. No idea what that was, but literally, I sat there, was fighting some fence, stopped, held my line for 5 minutes, still feel the minnow like move a little bit. Only thing it could have been big striper,
about? Mm-hmm.
big catfish. Only two things that could have been, or a big smallmouth, because I did see my biggest smallmouth in my entire life to this day was a peach bottom, and that thing. I had a 12-inch catfish I was reeling in, little channel cat, and this smallmouth was that smallmouth had to be easy 6 to 8 pounds. That is no exaggeration. This was the biggest smallmouth I've ever seen. This thing was a monster.
Can you imagine an 8 pound small?
Trying to like 12-inch cat, which was great. Like I was reeling the catfish in, big ass smallmouth coming up in behind it and trying to like crazy.
That's
Crazy.
Jay Smith.
What's up, Jay? Jay was going to come down and be on with us tonight. He couldn't make it down, and he's going to try to come next week.
Hey,
Be part of the audience.
I gotta say this. I was just talking to Ray yesterday. We need stadium seating because
Yeah,
right here,
for all our live audience, it's out here.
We can
Thank
do,
you, everybody. Thank you for being here.
we can do. Jay Smith, come on down. You are the next speaker.
Hey,
I'm
come on.
just
Yeah, everybody.
actually that brings us. If you are local and you want to come down, let us know. But if you don't want to say nothing, we're not going to make you. We'd love to have you on. Like
We got plenty of room in front of us.
I got this guy right here. No one sees him, but he's got a lot to say, and we appreciate that he has a lot to say
Yeah.
because uh, that's a big thing, just to contribute to the conversation. It's not. Now I know I am handsome and charming, and I know that Ray is Ray, and
I'm handsome and charming too.
on yourself.
I know. The mirror tells me every day when I look in. I look at it and say, "Hey, how you doing?" I says, "Very fine today, Ray. Ready to go."
You're right, and we are.
Hey, all right. All right. Listen,
Kidding aside, if you're local, we'd love to have you on. If you're not local, let us know because we'll make it work at you into it. We we did this for fun, but we also did this to reach out to our fishing community to just share. We when Ray and I started this, he asked me about it, and we really said from the beginning, we'll do it, but if it's not fun, we're not going to get. And it really is fun.
it's fun. It's fun. It's something to do on a Thursday night. Yeah, even
Give a shit if you watch me
it's not even. It's not about being watching. It's like when you during the week and you see 80 views, 90 views. You know what's the point? It's it's still sunny outside, or maybe it's still a little bit light out, or is it dark by now? It's dark. Dark. Oh, most people are getting done fishing. Some maybe a lot of guys are going out and they're going fishing after work. Not on here. It's all right. It's going to build up to watch us later on tonight when they come home and they're done fishing. And hopefully they'll put some pictures on the Gone Fishing page and we can start voting on them and stuff like that.
So, Ray, I got to tell you, we got to wrap this up. It's
Yeah.
8:27. 8:20. Really, thank you for correcting me. I was not really sure that there was a time delay. I think you're in a different time zone.
He's 1 minute. He's on time. You're back. So you're
Okay.
Central Time right now. You're
So,
Hendo time.
my bad. But we do have to. Uh, we need you to get on our YouTube channel. Ray, what's the YouTube channel?
It is at the at sign Fishin Fishin 302. Subscribe. We got some new subscribers on there this past week. Subscribe. All you Facebook people, go to YouTube. Subscribe.
It helps us out. We also I have an Instagram and a TikTok and all these, and these clips that I joke about and say highlight, I'm gonna figure out with my son Michael, who is doing production and is doing an incredible job along with his brother Matthew.
Matt's not doing that. He's fired.
Yeah, Matt.
I fired Michael last week, but he came back. He begged to come back. And then Matthew got fired this week, but he'll beg us to come back.
So we're gonna do these.
For
We're
that
gonna
$80 Dr. Pepper.
we're gonna put some clips on, also some clips of our fishing, but we'll send those links. Please subscribe to those. It helps us out. And also, we will be doing on the brag board, just your picks, people. For real, we're going to reward you for that. We're working. Yeah, but once, so Frank's going to get stickers. Frank needs stickers. Got stickers. We'll send Frank stickers. But we need to get these people up and posting and contributing. Guys, we appreciate all you checking us out. And Ray,
We're gonna finish off the show with I don't even know what I was gonna say now, but I will tell you. I think I can tell you right now, Mario, you don't want to go to work fishing pox. Serious, dangerous, very contagious. The only way to get rid of it's my doctor advice of the night. Go freaking fish.
So,
That's
so
well, bourbon. Oh yeah, our bourbon tonight was Jack Daniel's. The Single Barrel Select there tonight. The bourbon of the night.
I gotta ask you this though:
What's it?
when you call into work and your boss, whoever, says, "Well, what did the doctor prescribe to you?" What should you tell everyone? What should you tell them that you have done?
I went out fishing and I feel better.
So
I
you
got over my fishing pox. I have to touch fish to get out of the fishing.
so relating to our show, what would you say?
I'm going fishing. That's it. Going fishing. Hey everybody, peace out. Enjoy your week. We'll see you next Thursday here. Mike will be your host next week. Thanks for joining us.
Love y'all. Later. Get better and better at this. That was a. I thought that was a good show. Got a lot more comedy. In, you know what I mean?
So Stansfield tonight sends me this.
Uh,
Said he can't tomorrow, so I tried to get him to call out tomorrow to go kayaks out. He can't go. Said he probably caught 30 fish tonight. Fire. Here's his photo. So he wasn't at the dike.